I'm going to do such a project, I'm going to need some help, and the ones who helped me before are still locked in your prison. My 2 assistants, you understand.
I suppose it does seem weird to keep them trapped when she's free.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, she's requesting, like, can you, like, pardon her, like, 2 assistants? She kind of needs them.
We could do like an imperial thing where they're pardoned if they do service in the war.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably not unusual. Usually probably used to like conscript prisoners, but could be adapted.
Conscript them as engineers in the war. She could do that.
Mm-hmm. Mechanical engineering wing.
Oh, more the arcane engineering wing.
Research and development.
Best you allow her. Do you allow her to have her 2 assistants back?
I don't see why not.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's up to William. Really, he's commander in chief.
She was asking Bollard and Raphael, since those 2 are the head of military, really, here, and the guard forces.
Raphael has nothing against it.
Nope, neither do I.
I imagine then, with her being leader of that, the Archmage perhaps would look to one of the 2 other issues.
What other 2 issues were there you were thinking of for him?
Well, we have the plane shift engine, but I almost imagine Prince Bishop is going to be... I mean, plane shifting is kind of more of a...
It's more a divine thing for plane shifting.
So we can plane shift.
Well, teleportation is, I mean... planetary teleportation wouldn't be bad either, but... yeah, but if the Archmage then would look to adapting the boat power of having like the air bubble...
That, especially with his druidic background as well, he might be able to do.
Mm-hmm. Good. Having him be the leader of that. Also, we're going to need 200 siege mages.
He says he will call up the academies and see what he can do.
Yeah, that's something we gotta do.
That may take him a few months.
Non-magical ballista are not going to do anything, and
no.
And having siege mages specifically, magical people specifically trained to use them.
It might, because if we're gonna go in there, I would suggest that we bring like as much cold iron as we can.
Oh yeah, cold iron,
like cold iron ballista bolts, like just cold iron knives and like everything for everyone, basically.
William will look up from his throne.
Luckily, we have the Elven lands,
access
right?
to the Elven mines.
William will actually look up, frown slightly, considering himself about cold iron.
Yeah, as well.
Looking over to all of you, and with a half smile. Well, it seems like when Erolda was in power, there is still several tons of it locked away.
I believe we have like a fortress full of it somewhere.
She was strangely foresightful, so to speak. Who knew we would need all of this cold iron?
Lucilia probably frowning pretty fucking heavily.
both Lucilia Lucilia's frowning in like a I don't like this kind of idea, and then William's like frowning in like this makes me uncomfortable kind of idea.
Raphael is, he will smile friendly towards William. He is wave away. Lucilia doesn't fucking care about her.
Laurel thinks that if he had said that we need like 16 C's worth of acid, William wouldn't have frowned at that, and that would be much more hazardous to him than cold iron.
The point is
he didn't say anything when we talked about the star meat of Brightburn, so
Mm.
you know
and the Aboleth hive master we're gonna employ to
the Aboleth that caught him by surprise, the Aboleth. But
can we have the Aboleth swear?
The cold iron is specifically his weakness.
You want to talk to him? I mean, I have.
Can we do like a war fealty thing for the Aboleth?
We probably could, yeah.
So he doesn't, stab us in the back.
Might make people feel safe. He'd
Yeah.
probably understand. As long as the terms are very well thought out. He's very smart, as it turns out.
Yeah, it's understandable the fact that kind of cold iron is one of William's weaknesses, being connected to the face so much. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like being so close to all of it.
Probably also some unpleasant memories of cold iron implements.
I'm gonna get a really nasty face lay.
Anti-face lay.
I have Gloria now. I can meld that into whatever I need.
You walk up to William with a face laying cold iron rapier. He's like,
I call it precious side.
I am sorry, my lord.
Succeeding you.
Stab.
A Feybane unholy cold iron rapier. That is his nightmare.
That's gonna be. Is the mother evil? Do we know her alignment is actually evil?
Yeah, I mean, none of you have detected alignment on him.
Can I ask Gloria?
She made. Like, think about. She control people's minds.
I
What does
know.
she make them do when she does?
Nasty shit.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking evil.
Well,
I mean, would a neutral character be okay with making a brother force feed his sister like love potions in order to
Admittedly,
disrupt an empire full of innocence? That doesn't sound like a neutral thing to do.
admittedly, reading his journal, it almost the way he written it almost looked like he did naturally. He was in love,
Yeah.
which is probably worse.
So I think she's evil. Laurel is pretty damn determined that she's evil. If nothing else, it's just so you ask her god. She's pretty much a constant link.
yeah,
now,
I'm just
right?
wondering for but yes, a cold iron, Feybane, holy, etc. Weapon can certainly be. Oh, there was something about her resistances too, I think.
Now, you did find out things about her resistances. That's true.
What was
For
it?
example, non-magical weaponry will literally do nothing to her.
Yeah.
For one.
She's immune to non-medical
And if
attacks.
it's not cold iron, it still is going to do very little to her.
Yeah.
Even though non-cold iron can hurt her. She's going to regenerate with ridiculously quick speeds. So you're going to have to keep bombarding her.
She is immune to electricity, I think, and acid.
She's immune to electricity. She's resistant to acid. Resistant to cold.
It's all fucking
Has
electricity.
incredible levels of spell resistance.
Mm.
She, due to her plant-like nature, it is likely she is vulnerable to fire.
I mean, that's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
She, it also notes she probably have incredible levels of reach. Because plants. And when
She
it comes
has
to
that
saves,
90 reach, probably, of the Venus flytrap.
and
Look at the picture of her. So many of these vine things for her hair.
And when it comes to, you also kind of like get a basic idea. Her saves are probably her reflex saves are probably the best.
I would assume so.
So that's part of being Fae. Kind of does that.
Probably immune to enchantments as well.
In my effects.
Likely so. That's not something that Gloria knows though.
Or Fae. Usually pretty strong against it. We'll get her with the magical sleep effects.
You needed some pretty damn potent magical sleep effect.
Yeah.
How many hit dice does your magical sleep effect allow?
I don't have one.
I mean, if you're a witch, technically there is no hit dice limit, but
Yeah. Well, regardless. I imagine then, with that handled, would the Prince Bishop and Luna perhaps study the plane shift engine?
they can try. Neither of them are that proficient in arcane control.
They can have help from the witch. She's pretty damn good. She made that. The thought was she would take the head of it because she already made that teleporting bar.
Oh yeah, she's the
We
master
need
of the
that,
skybar.
but yeah, we need that, but much bigger.
Yeah, because the point is, the Prince Bishop and Luna will both comment high on the fact that they really aren't. They've never really like. They're not constructors. They
Well,
don't build.
good news, Selma. You have been promoted. You're officially head researcher of the Imperial Dimensional Travel Wing.
One moment, while if you contact the witch and tell her this, she will briefly stumble back with like a "oh god,"
Yes.
and then we'll leave you to consider what the hell she has to do.
Raphael, I imagine you will be ahead of making the boarding parties and the strike forces. How to
Sure.
put them together and how they should work, because that seems to be your ideal thing.
He will. He will
You
try
will have
to.
a crew limit of like 5,000 people. I imagine maybe 1,000 of them, or some other few hundreds at least, will be boarding groups that can strike forces basically that can be dropped out to tactical tasks.
many Sapphire Guard do we want to take on this expedition?
How many do we have? I imagine Sapphire Guard aren't. They're ground forces, though, right? And they're kind of bound to the city. Many of them.
They are normally bound to the city. There is a technically exception to it.
They can be called in with an Imperial Crusade, something like that.
It has been done before, technically. It's very rare, but it's been done. But the totaling number for Sapphire Guards is 200 and something. Which, I say 200 is probably about the amount you're going to reasonably be able to use.
But I imagine they would be ground forces.
I mean, most certainly, majority can't fly.
A fist of ground forces.
The ones that can fly are the commanders, which there is a much lower number of.
The crew we would need here would be mostly, artillerists and such, but specialized in going out there and dealing with whatever circumstances are around them to take and deal with objectives.
Well, it really depends on what you want them to do. Do you want them to be ship-to-ship combat? Do you want them to be aerial specialists?
I don't imagine we're going to meet ship-to-ship combat, really.
Do you want them to be... Because if we are, conducting a
I imagine,
land invasion...
we're good. We get to one of these places, that we need to strike at. One of these wells we need to destroy. I don't think we can feasibly hold all of them. I don't know why we would. We need to ruin them. So we need to move in there, punch the fucking place, and then send them out there to deal with whatever things, say they have iron cannons or something. These are the guys we'd send out on land groups to scurry ahead and take care of it. Or say we smash into the mother's face. These are the guys who jump off on ropes and...
The thing is, the mother commands a lot of weird fey creatures that's going to try to stop us.
Yeah.
So.
But weird fey creatures and immense amounts of magic.
I know as little about what we're going to encounter there as I know about how to make the planar teleportation core useful.
Which is why I'm thinking...
Which is why I'm delegating it.
Which I'm thinking the Sapphire Guard is probably going to be pretty good, at least to mix them in with a few troops, because they have the law aura, which is going to be like anathema to most things in that place.
Also, most have Smite Chaos.
Yeah, and they have Smite Chaos and Chaos Hammer and axiomatic weapons and stuff. They are probably pretty good at fighting that stuff. We don't have many, but we can sprinkle in small teams of them in our normal forces, sort of bolster them. Like blanket our forces in an aura of law.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then is what I would do. Sure, I'll take a look at it. We'll do some training. Maybe Bollard can help out as well at this.
Yeah.
Training
Well,
troops.
I imagine Bollard and I are going to do a lot of whatever, basically designing the thing, as to where different rooms are such, not really minor detail, but where things are going to be and what sort of forces we're going to have in general, like what kind of crew, how many engineers, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, once you let me know exactly how many troops I have to work with, I'll see what I can do.
Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
I imagine your job will be,
ship doctor.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Although I imagine we could do some cool things with that as well. We have seen how our paladin makes life links. If something like that could be utilized on a grander scale,
I was thinking
you could somehow channel your power over greater distances.
Like a sympathetic link, like Wraithbone or something over the ship, so she can actually...
So if someone gets wounded, they could mentally reach out, and you could reach them across great distance too.
We should make drop pod medics. Like one of the boarding parties has dudes that get injured. We send a cannon shot, but the cannon shot is a pod with a medic in it.
We will have drop pod golems at least.
Yeah.
I think we'll have.
I mean,
it takes forever to build them though.
My plan for the squads is definitely gonna make them as autonomous as possible. Like they're gonna be decent chunk strike teams, maybe 10 man squads with a Sapphire Guard in each and than other people to sort of,
I imagine they're going to be very versatile.
Yeah.
We need them to do whatever. If there's something unexpected, they will deal with it.
Self-functioning, that's the plan. Like they need to operate independently of each other.
The best of the best from everything.
Yes.
They're basically adventuring parties.
Yeah, the absolute elite of the people we can draw together.
Yeah. We should have the Flame Fist begin to drill our Imperial armies
Yep.
pretty strongly. Probably even maybe issue like Imperial mobilization for resources. This thing costs a ton to make, and we're gonna need bonds. I mean, war bonds, that sort of thing. We're gonna need pretty strong economical mobilization as well, I imagine. And all these new dukes and duchesses will need. I mean, it's not really raise your levies now. It's more like drill your troops, invest your monies wisely.
War is coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
And it's gonna be
mustering up.
It's gonna be fucking bad.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to do it.
And I mean, proverbially, war never changes. So just do what you normally do to drill.
But
Call in adventuring groups who have knowledge about the plains and drill your troops for this.
But Solid Snake told me that war has changed.
We will invade a place that is completely foreign, where the laws of this world does not really work. So they probably need to be drilled a bit in different sorts of environments.
Kind of love bloom on the battlefield, Jake.
Of course, it's up to the individual dukes and duchesses how they will deal with it, but an imperial decree to basically get your shit together is a good start, I think. An imperial decree as well to do economic mobilization, perhaps putting more resources available for the sky marshals. I will, of course, individually also ask dukes and duchesses whom I have a relationship to perhaps pitch in. But yeah, mobilize the Empire. Maybe even mobilize our elven allies. They're as screwed by this as we are. Although it's going to be harder to get them to listen, looking to Lucilia. Elves have a great deal of work with plants and such.
I mean, we have, as we say, non-trivial difficulties to overcome to even get that far. Our first concern, all of this, yes, we should set this in motion, but our most immediate concern is the world wound thing that's going on.
Yes.
We need to close that somehow. And I don't know how. Can I hit it with a sword?
Can I blow it up with a bomb? Does anyone know what we can do about this world wound?
I feel like if I were a wizard or a powerful cleric or something, I might have some ideas, but Raphael...
Celia, Alron, have you looked into it at all? In the couple of years that it's been there?
Looking sternly at them.
Alron? He has no clue. He hasn't been able to go there.
Yeah, he's kind of in house arrest.
For Lucilia?
Thanks,
I mean...
Lucilia.
I mean, what did Lucilia do to contain that thing?
I mean, she has certainly examined it quite a few times and tried to find out ways, but she's not been able to personally get all the way to the epicenter of it to find out what's there.
Demonic dragon in there.
Why not?
You know, perhaps because it's a giant tear in the fabric of reality that leads to the abyss. Might have something to do with it.
So it's full of demons. Yeah.
Is it full of demons?
She spotted demons and things which she could not describe with words.
Mm-hmm.
So she needs an escort.
I also thought that maybe we can, when we get some more research in on the thing that will let our ship do interplanar teleportation, perhaps we can attune that instead to the abyss instead of the plane, and then like reverse engineer it to try to close the rift. I don't know if that has any potential like possibility of working, but it's an idea.
You could, but is Lucilia sure that there's a center to the rift to go to? Like, is there a difference between the edges and the middle? Does it get worse in the middle, basically?
She has certainly felt a differentiation of power. It's kind of difficult to... It's not really the middle, per se. It's just... It's a point where it gets stronger and stronger towards.
Sort of a hotter kind of thing?
Yeah,
Is it emanating from there? Is it spreading from there?
it feels like that is the center point it's spreading from.
Yeah. So if that could be plugged, basically, the thought is that would be, or redirected to the Mother's Realm. I mean, although probably wouldn't want to do that yet.
The issue of course is she has not been. She mainly partially is she can't really find it. Like you go in and it's almost because of the way it's warped reality.
Could
you can't really use a map in there. Let's put it that way.
can we like put the box on a stick in front of us and just use that to like clear away, like a vacuum cleaner almost?
I mean, it can absorb energy. It certainly could. If there is some tangible center, using the box might be one way to clear it.
So we need to find the center, then escort the box in there, and drain it all up. And then when we get to the Mother's Realm, we'll build a cannon and shoot it out.
Shoot the box.
Basically, we have a cannon that shoots the box out while opening it, and then like that's like a nuke, basically. Reality nuke.
It's like, here, enjoy this newly formed black hole that's on your head.
We have collected all the darkness of the abyss, and we fire it at you. From hell's heart we stab at thee.
So the real thing is, how do we find the center?
I don't know. Is it problematic to go to it? Can't we just walk to the center? I mean...
Well, apparently it's not. It's a non-existent geometrical shape that doesn't really have a center, yet there is one. You just can't find it.
Bloody demons and their...
Like you take one step in a direction and you're closer, then you take another one and you're further away. You take another one, you're closer again. Like it doesn't...
Non-Euclidean.
It's a random point at a chessboard, and every other point is randomly connected to random other points.
Yeah.
Meaning that if you walk straight across it, you'll basically zip-zap all over it. There's no real way to do anything.
Yeah, she's tried, like, Lucidia tried mapping it out, and she will give you her attempts, and they make no sense.
Well, maybe that is because we're thinking too linearly. How about Gwagik takes a look at that?
Who?
Gwagik.
Oh.
He's an aberration horror of endless intelligence.
Maybe.
Let's get in here. Take a look.
Hello?
No, hey, Gorgak, what's up?
He probably isn't here, but his presence...
What is up? The infinite madness of the cosmos, you fool! I mean, hello?
So chaotic. Ugh. I feel kind of at home.
It calls to me, yes.
He himself is not in here, but, you can imagine his presence is here with you.
This darkness. I want it.
Imagine, like, Laurel holding up the little orb in flat hand as it, like, manifests a little, like, hologram thing.
And it is like a major image.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Aboleth looks at Raphael and at Zoe with a familiar smile.
Admiral Hackett.
If it smiles at me, I'm gonna stab him.
You don't know what an Aboleth smile looks like.
It's true.
You can't really identify it. It has a mouth that's a hole full of tentacles. Like, regardless, take a look at this map. See if you can make sense of it.
Well, so Mr. Aboleth. I see you roll below a 5. Good for you, Mr. Aboleth. Okay.
I can try dungeoneering as well, maybe. Probably can't beat that. Maybe I can probably assist.
You might be able to assist him.
Oh, well, fancy that.
The difference is you're working at a penalty because you're not understanding the complex geometry, sir. But
mine is a 14, which is not a 3.
It's true. He could have scored a 50 there. He didn't. But he could have. Poor Aboleth. However, he will look over it. Well, this is certainly a bit different. Where is this location, Laurel?
It is the rift that has appeared in the middle of the continent. We require to find the middle of it so that we can find out what's there and perhaps drain all the energy off this location, utilizing an artifact with such capability.
Raphael looks at Quagmire, like frowns at him.
The major image floating there, swimming through the air.
He says, it was created when we blew up the Drow city. Most likely it is connected to the realm of Orcus. In some way.
I see. So much damage caused by a single event.
Well, we did kind of, disrupt the summoning of him, so...
Whoever did the disruption clearly was not skilled in the matters of magic.
No, we
An
mostly
error.
grabbed it and just
Judgment.
grabbed the wand and sort of got out of there.
The center point of such a event would not be a simple thing to work out, though. Orcus, you say?
That would be my guess, at least. He looks to Lucilla.
Lucilla half nods, clearly hesitating herself for a second.
Is she surprised?
Well, at the
Pulling
aboleth.
this thing out of my pocket.
Yes, she is surprised. Though, in your eye, she's got almost that, like, scientific, I want to study that kind of look. At both the orb and the aboleth.
Mm-hmm. Well, she can't.
Rodgate continues. I see two possible solutions. I should be able to work out the exact things if you explore around it yourself. Or, alternatively, you could bypass all of it and... the more dangerous option, but potentially quicker, is taking a shortcut through its origin of power.
So, down to the underdog again?
Its origin would not be necessarily the underdog. Its origin more likely would be, well, Orcus's realm.
Conveniently, we do have a portal directly there.
We do.
Something I thought we might actually rewire to go to the Mother's Realm now, think about it. Well, we do.
Convenient that, wasn't it?
Yes, we could strike directly to Orcus' Realm and close it from the other side.
It would be quicker than trying to move through a corrupted zone.
So, is something on the other side holding this open? How would we close it?
If you travel through and find its equal point on our side, you should be able to just slip through the crack back to your world and close it then.
So it would be like an obvious, like basically like a little hole doorway thing with sort of like a maelstrom around it, sucking power through. And we'd basically hop through there and then we'd be right where we need to be to put the box there. And
basically, his idea is use the abyss as a shortcut to get there.
yeah, and then suck it all up at the box.
Now, there is, of course, the minor issue of the box would try absorbing the portal.
Well, the portal is probably going to be far away from where we go through.
No,
think-
the box wants to absorb all magic it comes near to, so...
Oh.
Makes it kind of a dangerous item.
It is.
But that's quite a good idea.
Yeah. It seems feasible enough.
It's either that, or you basically carry his orb along, and he like tries mapping it out himself as you explore. Which he does. Look at those maps. That could take a while.
Yeah, it's an area the size that is sort of that is visible on an imperial-sized map. So
yeah, it's an area visible on an imperial-sized map
it's
using non-Euclidean geometry.
It's like Sicily or something like that.
Non-Euclidean Sicily, maybe.
Yeah. So
Euclidean Sicily is the
to
worst.
find like a door on that place that could be anywhere is pretty hard.
It could be at any nano-angstrom of the entire location.
We kind of have a lot of other projects to do.
But basically, we need to.
We're gonna train how to invade the abyss. Well, to jump into the abyss. It's more like a strike team thing.
Yeah, we need to go.
We go, and then we.
Great. So we're gonna journey through Orcus's realm.
Fight whatever is hanging out on the other side of that portal, and it's a drow portal, by the way. They built it to let him in before, but Selmra has sealed it, and she was able to keep hold on that seal, even though she got hit by that death beam. So that's lucky. Disrupting the ritual to kill Orcus, forcing her only to have Orcus go for a portal. That would be sad.
Be pretty fun, wouldn't it?
It's like, God damn it, this is the worst.
Let's see here. Orcus's realm is Thanatos, the 113th layer of the abyss.
There's a lot there.
It's frigid and frozen layer infested with the undead. Several cities dots the layer, most of whom are ruled by minions of Orcus, including a powerful succubus. And Qua Nornag himself. I don't know who that is.
Some archdemon.
He rules from his palace of Everlost, in the bone meal desert of Oblivion's End, north of a vast mountain chain called the Final Hills that cuts across the layer, despite Orcus regaining control over Thanatos. Blah 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 blah.
This totally doesn't sound like a pleasant place to go.
No, I don't want to go to
Lord
Everlost.
Death.
Yeah, we journey over the Final Hills. This is the whole campaign we're going into.
Well, the hope would be we could steer the portal to be somewhere near the place.
Oh, sure.
We appear
Hopefully.
somewhere in the endless layers of the abyss. Like, oh, well, that's fucking not helpful at all.
I mean, you know the way out is on the same layer.
Yeah. But they're pretty big, as far as I know.
Yes, there is an infinite number of layers, and every layer is endless.
Endless bone meal.
No, you just step, and you're just like it's like a desert made of bone meal.
Yeah, it's that intro sequence from the Terminator. It's just bones, bones, bones.
Yep.
But it sounds like the way to do it, then. Also, it's pretty fucking badass. And as high-level characters, the rule of cool always stands.
Rule of cool. Time to invade the abyss.
Yes.
It is the new Volsenbrag motto, by the way.
Yeah, rule of cool.
Volsenbrag, if it's really cool, we'll do it.
Yep.
But, you guys plan to invade a Fey realm and confront its lord, so you might as well get some practice to strike teaming as the abyss first.
Yeah, I totally agree.
The abyss is like our practice run.
Yeah.
We'll invade there and strike down its lord, and then do it to them.
Well, when Orcus shows up, we'll say, well, oh, hello, Orcus, you're just a practice run. He'll be like, what? And I've been so insulted in my life.
Who would be better than me? The mother. And he's like, I will prove that she is not.
We take him with us when we invade.
Rip her face off.
Oh, that'd be pretty good. We sick Orcus on the mother.
That would be pretty good.
That would be pretty good.
3-way fight. Battle of the 7 armies.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like we could find some sort of like Ifriti lord or something. I'm sure there's like an Ifriti mercenary king somewhere who like lends his aid to like whatever like elemental lord or something requires it.
Oh, sure.
Like a character like that would be pretty cool to have like some like astral raiders or I mean these are the people we need.
Yeah,
people who do this kind of shit.
You know,
and Ifriti mercenary sultan. I mean,
I might know someone who can help us in this regard.
See, that's what we need you for. You know people.
I do.
Network.
That's true.
And if we send anyone to like the city of Brass to recruit a 3D mercenary sultan, then you would be the perfect choice.
I'll talk to some of my contacts, see if we can shake up a few interplanetary raiding parties.
Maybe even just like if we could find some that are like, even if it's self-serving, they want to go there, like steal shit and leave.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just
Because
we will open the way.
you don't get the chance to sack the palace of a fey goddess very often.
Indeed. As I said, I have a few people who might be interested in such a prospect.
So, what sort of hazards do we expect in the abyss?
Well, frigid cold, according
All
to the
sorts
story.
of abyssal beasties.
Demonic undead,
Death effects.
lots of death effects.
All the death effects, probably.
Bone dust storms.
Negative energy.
Yeah,
Probably
demons.
lots of that.
Demons.
Sounds like Zoe's gonna be busy.
Yeah. So it's like
Are we
just her
gonna-
kind of perfect place.
Yeah.
to deal
She's
with.
gonna stick out as a sore thumb.
Oh, yeah,
she's
that-
gonna be a
for a
lighthouse in the
lawful
darkness.
good is gonna that is like the double ultimate enemy of these demons.
Yeah, basically, you're going to go in there, and basically, the moment you go in there is no stealth check in there.
It's
They
like
will
it's
notice
like
you.
a demon in like walking in the doors of heaven.
The thing is, there is no infiltration. The hell. I mean, the Abyss will know that Zoe has arrived, and it will try and kick her out.
Scream of anger is echoing across it.
And then
But hey, it's a long time since an angel has been in the abyss. It doesn't happen very often.
it's gonna be great though.
Your god is gonna. The other gods are gonna be looking at your god and be like, "Man, fuck,
You have some pretty fucking hardcore followers.
this is pretty serious."
And your god is gonna be really proud to be like, yeah, and all right.
Alternatively, he's going to be chastised.
My dad's more hardcore than your dad.
He shot like a heal spell in the face of Orcus himself, burning his necrotic flesh. Yeah.
Just saying. Alternatively, though, they're going to be chastised for like, you're breaking the interplanar contracts. You're not supposed to invade.
Go pish posh.
The invasion has begun. Another planetary.
There's been a galactic war forever.
Would that
Well,
be
luckily, this empire is going to be ready for that.
would that be something that Zoe would know of? If there's some kind of thing that says she's not allowed to go to.
There is nothing stopping you from invading the Abyss.
I'm not trying to invade it. I'm just trying to stop it from.
Well,
I'm-
we're going
I'm not
stop it
trying
from
to start-
pouring out into our realm, right?
I'm just trying not. I don't want to start wars here more than that.
we just
already are.
Totally talk to those archons as well.
We just want to sip up its damn pants. It's leaking darkness all over us.
Yeah, we're going to fix a leak.
Yeah.
You couldn't just said that, right?
Basically doing plumbing work.
Just saying, this will be one hell of a thing to tell to the paladin later. Yeah, we're invading the Abyss.
Honey, I'm gonna go out to invade the abyss. You stay home with the kids, alright? Bye-bye.
We don't have any kids.
See, this is why I haven't got a girl, because whenever I go on adventures, it's just going to be like, well,
So,
you know,
how
I
about
might be
tomorrow? He's
back.
like, I'll be in the abyss tomorrow.
I'm working in the abyss tomorrow.
You know, I feel really sorry for Karoom, but you know that's why I
Hey,
when-
he knew what he went into.
yeah, no, it's just like, oh, hey, we've just got married. Now, you know, I'll go to the abyss and
Hey, we just got
Basically,
married,
this is what's going to
and
happen.
this is crazy.
Basically,
Besides,
this is
I
what
imagine
happens.
he's gonna be like leading the Elentor land force.
Yeah, the thing is, this is what's going to happen. We're going to have Zoe invading the Abyss, and he'll be at home doing paperwork.
Yes.
And preparing for war.
Well, you know,
That is part of it.
that is why when I just said, you know, they're gonna take a week together. I'm not even gonna ask the group about it, because I thought, you know, I think that's okay that they at least get a week together before she may die.
Oh, Zoe's not gonna die.
Again.
So who really fucking hates what's his name? Orcus.
Everyone.
Pharasma, I believe Pharasma.
Pharasma is not a fan.
We
No.
know of a certain Pharasman Inquisitor and such who would
I know the
love to be jumped to the abyss to fight for
yeah.
eternity.
Belling Thorn. He's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
We let him
What-
loose in that city
was-
full of
was he
undead
at
and he
the
just had
wedding?
fun for like 6 weeks.
Was he at the wedding?
A bit grim to have an Inquisitor of the Death Goddess at your wedding.
He was
isn't
actually
it?
very not grim. He was like,
He was very
I
nice.
just fucking love to kill the dead because I can feel no remorse.
Not grim.
Yeah, I feel no remorse when I do it.
He was so cool though. He was so happy. He was like, "Oh my god, you took me to Candyland."
So, he was going around throwing out like circles of undeath to death and everything.
I am so happy.
He was so happy, you know.
Taking the wolf harassment clergy and
checking my
sending them
checking my guest list of who attended the public wedding. Yes, he did.
Yes.
I mean,
He
we
was
can
in the back row, but he was in there.
maybe we can contact Pharasma directly and be like, "Yo, we're gonna do some
Fuck up,
shenanigans.
Orcus. Do you want something like?
Can you
go
send
anyway?
someone like
You
a
want, like,
herald or
gifts?
something to help
I mean,
out?
we're not really attacking him as much.
No,
So it's
no,
more like
no.
we're gonna piss him off a lot.
We're just gonna poke him in the eye.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, what you're doing here is you are sneaking up to his mansion, opening the front door, running through it, and going out the back door.
Yeah, and dropping some eggs on the way, basically.
Yeah, we're
You have
gonna,
to,
like,
do you want us to light
poop
a
on his lawn.
fire when we're there?
We're gonna throw toilet paper at his house.
Yeah, like
Oh,
do you want
man.
us to? Could you?
But he might be asleep during his whole escapade, but you're doing it.
Oh yeah, he might not give a damn.
Saren Ray.
We're like
She's
stealing his
not a fan.
apples. I mean, we're not gonna organize like inter-god war here.
I mean, we could.
But that's probably a bigger project than we're here to do.
Yeah, probably.
Like, if the gods are warring, no one's going to be able to help you when the inevitable comes.
Yeah.
Fucking inevitable's butt out, alright? We're not here
Like, you have been conspiring to commit, like,
to destroy
deicide
the
multiple
realms.
So
Like,
we can't go to Orcus realm without starting a war between.
Yeah, yes, but as I noted, the moment Zoe steps foot in there is no hiding.
I know.
Every demon in like 100 miles of the abyss is going to know you're there.
And I mean,
which
you
is interesting
are,
because it's infinite.
I mean,
so
you are technically
Sure.
always at war with these creatures anyway.
Yeah.
there is
But you
no
know,
peace.
yeah, but you know, when gods interfere with our world, shit happens.
You're not a god.
No. But if Zoe breaks some kind of thing with the gods, go, what the fuck?
They
Shit
might
happens.
go, whoa, that's some
Luckily
serious.
That's
Luckily your,
ballsy.
Yeah.
luckily your
That's
master is
what I
not
mean.
Desna, because Desna is one of the few gods that has basically gone like, oh hey, one of my favorite servants is currently like in hell. I'll come save you. Desna actually like flew into hell, which is like, oh god.
So I'm.
Your deity is not Desna though. Sure fine.
No. I found a pretty loving one. You really shouldn't hurt others.
I can also imagine Garoom doing the same thing as Desna did.
Oh, Garoon would
Charge.
more be like,
Bring in.
so what god will fight back the most?
Exactly.
Abadar, he seems like the kind to fight, and then just fucking punch Abadar in the face just to fight. And then at the end, he's like, "Why
So-
just do it?" He's like, "Oh, I just enjoy the battle."
Abadar is
reason
just,
to
he
war.
just, you know, he's just having such a fucking headache because every time
War
he
is its
builds
own
something,
good.
No, Abadar's writing out a lawsuit.
We're gonna bring the Church of Garoom to this whole thing. Like, you better believe it.
You
they're
know what?
they're gonna love the interplanetary
The-
war thing.
The kind of god I would want to be rescued by would be Kayleen. It's just suddenly you're just knocked out, and then you're in this really cozy room with a fireplace and a beer skin, and Kayleen sitting on a sofa. It's like, I saved you
He's
with
a
beer.
like, and then suddenly like his vest opens.
Yeah.
He looks at you.
Like it just like he doesn't open it, it just
Yeah.
opens.
Yeah,
Like it just
Yeah, it
pops
just
open.
It's like Urun High host club.
and you're like, abs.
And you know, he does that with everyone.
Yeah. Abs.
Have you met my herald?
Have you met my abs?
Well, something failed horribly.
His abs.
His abs failed. Oh no!
No, okay, not your
His
app.
app has stopped working.
Oh no! You need to restart your abs.
Trying to find the picture I'm looking for from Urun High host club.
Could Raphael resist his own god? I don't know what that means. I don't know what host club you're talking about, Tina.
Well, I'm gonna find the picture. It's hilarious.
Please do.
Yeah, now we're kind of getting sidetracked again.
Yes, his abs are his herald. I guess sneaking into the abyss is thing we can do.
Could you also, beyond just being the healer, try to talk to Heaven about supporting us in defeating the Mother? I mean, she's an evil queen. They would probably much rather have a good person there.
Or just, nothing.
Yeah, I mean that's probably preferable as well to evil.
But the thing is, we're cutting out her power by destroying the wells of the well springs. We don't know what that's going to do to the plane. It might just destroy it, honestly.
It might. Could you ask them about that too, if possible? They might have some insight as to what would happen.
I suppose. You gotta make a list.
Hey, there's a lot of work to be done, okay? You're the best suited for it.
Alright.
Since, I mean, you live there, kinda.
I live in Alentor, please.
That's far away. Further than anyone else here.
Like Belinda Carlisle told us, heaven is a place on earth.
Aww.
Ooh, heaven is a place on earth.
All right then, I suppose.
Raphael looks around.
As you noticed, almost time has stopped for a moment. Looks like.
Guys,
What? Yeah?
everything has stopped. He pokes the cat.
For example, the cat was like diving off the table at the time. It's like in midair.
Let's stand up.
Yeah.
Are we gonna join
For
hands just in
Lucilia,
case?
for Lucilia as well.
Lucilla's not moving.
Man, that's some powerful shit.
Are we gonna join hands just in case?
So, Aeons.
Raphael looks around. I bloody hope not.
They did ask us to do pretty much this, what we were talking about doing now.
Raphael looks around. He looked at William.
William is completely frozen.
Perhaps it is us from the future trying to tell us something.
Raphael rubs his head.
Rosa strikes as in a sort of a, at this point,
Anything can happen, yeah.
let's take a look outside.
I suppose so.
He'll be quick to write a little message that says, time stop, we'll be right back.
Time stop, BRB.
Just,
Guys.
I think
Yes.
is Bollard throws an apple or something at Bollard.
carry apples around with you.
I mean, there was probably like a fruit basket or something on a table.
Oh,
right?
sure, we have a fruit basket.
He was like dozing off. Like,
And luckily, the owl didn't even get bruised because it's temporarily frozen.
yeah, you let go of it and it just stops.
Damn it!
Whoever else
whoever
is
is
in the
there
way
with
is
time
just gonna
stops,
get
it's like
an
a-
apple thrown at them.
It's just an apple careening through the air.
I can't find the right picture. The only one I could find was the closest one like this, but there is one where he doesn't have a shirt on and he's laying on a sofa.
Great.
That's what I thought. That you wake up and then he's like, "Welcome, princess. I've saved you." That's basically what they say every time you go into their club. There's just roses everywhere and tea and cake.
Sounds like Raphael's type of place.
Very Japanese British.
Japanese Europe is the best.
It's hilarious.
It is.
Well, the anime is hilarious.
Regardless.
Yes.
We'll
So-
swanter outside.
So, as you move there, suddenly, just almost reality seems to shift slightly.
Oh, hey guys.
Teletos, old buddy. Paracletus.
Other old
Just
buddy.
calling them elf and human.
That sounds dirty when you say it, but okay.
And it's basically
Show
just-
me your Paracletus, girl.
I mean, he's basically calling them by their race. So,
Do what the guy on the anime picture did.
Nobody.
Raphael looks at
Also
them.
stops looking at them and says, it's been quite a while.
Oh, not you again.
Hi.
to all, in response to what Laurel says, in all of your minds, the images of tombstones with your names appears,
Yes.
and then like other people mourning over them.
Shame you couldn't rewrite that part.
What do you want, creatures? Last time you appeared, things didn't go too well. What is it this time?
In your minds, pictures of all of the arms, and you just rush past, and then just a knife going straight through one of them.
Again?
Did someone destroy an arm?
No, I think they want us to.
Oh, yes. Yes, destroying the arms. Yes, that was what we agreed to back then.
Yeah, we're gone now.
That is still the plan.
We are still missing 2 arms. We don't know where they are.
It's true. They're multiplying.
I think they're gonna teleport us somewhere, or they're just trying to tell us that they love us very much because it looks like a heart.
A hug? Yes, a hug.
No, it looks like a heart.
Hug.
It looks like a heart.
Hug
They
the
love
Aeon.
us.
Regardless, we will destroy the arms. That is certainly the first. However, we need to destroy the mother first.
An image of
Otherwise, she's
An
gonna...
image of William appears in your mind.
Oh.
What about him?
Yes, that is an awkward problem. But when the mother is defeated, her grip on the arm should disappear, and they should lose much of their power.
Raphael sort of looks over to Lord and says, I am not sure what will happen to William if the mother is destroyed, because he is kind of fueled by the arm inside of him, the blood rend, right?
He should not be harmed by her destruction. He should simply lose some power.
Besides,
Power of the throne will be vastly, removed, I think. It will now only be fueled by the ley lines under the city, not by the power of the mother tapped by the first emperor.
besides, there is a way to get the arm out of him.
There is,
Yeah.
without killing him.
Yes. It has been put in him by the previous Prince Bishop. It is what's it called? Ritual that the Prince Bishop do on the.
An image will flash into your mind of a vessel, and then like just the outline of a person, and then blood running inside of it.
Someone must have it.
Then you see blood rain basically being snapped in half, and then just the person collapsing.
Yeah.
Will he die?
They must remove it before we finish the mother off.
A feeling of sorrow fills you say when you say, "Will he die?"
So we have to remove it first.
You know, just these 2 Aeons at the back rotate round, seemingly looking towards the throne.
You want us to remove it first, so he won't. So then, won't he be hurt?
All that flashes into your mind is Bloodrun being shattered.
Dude, I'm gonna be so pissed if you kill Ru. That's me saying that, Zoe.
It would be bad to beat the mother only to have William die on us.
Well, what's the benefit of Bloodrend? What does it do?
It keeps him alive, I think.
You would know Bloodrend is the one Imperial arm capable of, well, William's been using it to exert control over the other ones. But on top of that, its main function is the only arm that can actually, well, all the other ones are mostly about destruction of life or alteration. That one is more about the creation and amplification of life and magic.
Well, we happen to like the Emperor a lot.
Does someone have to have it within them? Can it not exist without a vessel?
You will get a rather you'll get basically a scene of experiments in the in the basement of the Imperial Keep. The one where you rescued William from before. And then almost in your mind, you think it's almost like a reality that could have been if it wasn't stopped, of it being pried away from William, and then just nothing. You see nothing but a crater.
Oh,
So
yeah, that's true.
If it exists without William or without a vessel, it will explode.
No, if you force it out of William, don't you remember that's why we had to
Yeah,
save
yeah,
it?
but can't you do that ritual to not have it explode?
I don't know if this Prince Bishop knows of it. It's a very old ritual.
The ritual is traditionally to move it from one subject to another.
It
Yeah.
must always exist inside someone. But that person
Does that
will...
person have to be of the Imperial blood?
No.
That's good.
But that person will die, probably then when we kill the mother.
Yes. Does that person have to be willing to accept the arm?
Yes.
All right.
I don't like the implications.
That somebody's got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although,
It once again just flashes the image of you destroying the arms in your mind. Quite clearly, what they want.
Well, we will destroy them, but
there is someone,
who?
Selmra, I believe. I've spoken to her about this before, that once the mother is defeated and the Empire is reformed, she will give up her immortality and die.
You think she will be willing to, like, if we give her blood rend?
If we,
what
in
would that do to her,
return,
though?
reform the... I think it would boost her... Like, if she can get life-giving magic from it, it would probably boost her power quite significantly.
That's a frightening prospect.
Yeah, but...
In your mind, almost like strange formulae almost appearing for a second. If any of you have, like, a spellcraft or arcana, you can roll that.
I have
Work
plenty
it's
of
being
that.
transmitted.
Plenty of both of those things.
Me too.
Planes also technically works if you have that, but
That should be good enough.
from what you can tell, it is equations on how on different ways magic is interacting with each other. Seemingly relating to positive and negative energy. From what you can guess, they're probably trying to... Well, it doesn't look like too pretty of an outcome, and looking at it, it looks like moving it to someone who is infected so badly with orcas might not work too well. She's been corrupted from the inside. You're not sure exactly what would happen, but it doesn't look too pleasant looking at these figures.
Can we, like, purge her? Like, cleanse her of Orcus taint or something?
That's all shooting at her was like a terrible idea.
You know what the terrible thing is?
Hmm?
I was the one who suggested it.
I mean, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Well, the terrible thing is, I think the first suggestion was that someone said, shoot it at the mother, and I said, no, shoot it at the witch. And you're all like, yeah, let's shoot it at the witch. If I hadn't said anything, you would have shot it at the mother. I'm so sorry.
That would have had a completely different set of effects.
I mean, can we cleanse her?
They give you a very sorrowful just emotion through you.
So death is the cleaning.
Death is the cleanser.
Alright, well... Fucking Imperial arms. Well...
In your mind, something else appears now, which is... You see all the arms being gathered in one place. Them changing and just glowing for a few moments in the image, and then... Well... The orb, which you recognise, from pictures at least, appearing. And then almost... But behind the orb, you almost see just like... almost like a shadowy, ghost-like figure behind it, reaching out towards the orb.
Someone takes